person will be complacent. Me my mom fan say, oh yeah we inti me raise the standard of the opposition. So the be also be peja modern momo to meet that standard. Obi so betimi catch ama why they say me put faith in your ability. Eden, but we have what it takes. What it takes to be able to win. So the psychological approach, Otuado is taking it from the angle. Say, my main fan from say, me my boys now appreciate it. Say there is you need opponent be a omre. A bet to me, Abasa say he is being honest. In the last games Ghana abo team we Mali if you are team yet me share na Guatemala Nicaragua need to me share omo. Within that era, you bought different oppositions. It should not in any way Ebiaka was Ghana ye opponent at the last time a show be we Mali gave me Midfield man. Na ye Nicaragua. So how long we have sank. Inti say any team at all now Comoros your problem ni Madagascar issue yes Angola issue inti one Central African Republic but the honest truth is ampa and the reason is that and ultimately for one Mali game because we analyzing Mali game now Mali dominated us Mali outplay we just were a bit tactical and yes I lucky I mean yemfani na ankamum and a win and so ultimately based on that and say ye form no so for me no cran no cran say ya fall and so opposition be a biya a tough customer de magana.
Yes, I did. 87.9. We can't relax.
Yeah, one thing is for sure. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for everyone who thinks that we can just play them like that. I don't think it will happen. If it's happening, I take it sure. But it's very, very difficult to beat them. We analyze them well. They are doing well, especially in their offensive transitions. Always dangerous. They played 1-1 against Mali, so we know what we have to expect. Despite the win, we can't relax now. We have to continue. Big congratulations to the team for this fighting spirit, coming back after 0-1 halftime, late goal, and then be mentally strong and have the right team spirit to turn this result around. I think the boys ran a lot. They did a lot of good work. Especially defensive, even though we allowed a bit too many chances. But if you watch the game closely, you see how even our offensive players were working against the ball in the heat of 42 degrees. And sometimes then also we are missing an offensive action. But the way up from the front to the midfield, how Kudos and his Norma, how they work defensively, how they run, it was for me it was massive. And this atmosphere in the stadium to survive and to at the end with the players coming in, giving us freshness, giving us strength, and creating at the end chances was really good to see. And yeah, I think these are the kind of games what makes a team grow together. And yeah, we still have to learn from mistakes we did at that game. And we have a young squad, as everybody knows. So I think it was a very, very good experience to get on to the next challenges.
Yes, inti Otuado said Okase game no ebeye din and not one so how desperate our boys in our moye for qualification.
This is a part of football. And to be honest, when I was playing, there was much more pressure, much more, because there you have to play, you know, and you have to distribute on the pitch. And this is way tougher than being a coach. Yeah, I can just talk like you guys. You can talk. We can say something, and if I want to make it easy, if it doesn't work, then I will tell. Oh, the players didn't do what I said. So it's very easy for me. You know, we all want to go. Some have been to the World Cup already. For some, it will be the first time. For some, it could be the last time. So it's always a big thing. It's the national team is the biggest thing to qualify. What I can say from my point of view, I had the experience, and to be honest, the pressure in the 2 games with Nigeria was higher, much higher, because also sometimes I think people forget from where we are coming. Before the World Cup, we came from being out in the first round of African Cup now too, and it's not so easy to build a team on that, and to have everybody switching to my style of play, and to everybody be attentive and to be positive and to believe after such a tournament, to believe in yourself, to believe in your teammates and in the coach and in the structure. It's very difficult. So again, big props for the players for adapting so fast. We had 1 week of training, and I think they really did well, and that's why they got rewarded with this win.
Yes, Nti Ochoado, head coach of the Blasters, and all this answer no Kudus Mohammed Kanenia branch ya Premier League with West Ham, where the opportunity or said the ultimate is to qualify for the World Cup.
Obviously, from our point of view, we have personal goals and then things we want to achieve. So intrinsic, we have pressure every time from the expectation from ourselves. So, and also we are representing the whole team and the whole of Ghana. So definitely there's pressure from every angle. But our motivation and our aim to qualify for the World Cup is the ultimate. So that's the motivation that gets us going in every pressure we find ourselves. The belief has always been there, even though it hasn't been showing for the past game in the last part of the games. But like I said, we all want to go to the World Cup, and that is the ultimate goal. So whichever route or however we do to go there, that's what we are trying to do. Our coach has his philosophy and ways of playing, but certain games we have to win the games in a tough way. The most important thing is the 3 points, because every game matters here. So that's the ultimate goal.
Kudus Mohammed and Ori Brofosano. Now Randy Abbey, a school member. Randy say if or more any swadi who na back pet some bit me a secure World Cup qualification at the Ama or Minor different Ghana.
It's pretty obvious it boosts our chances, and it also gives us the much important confidence to play the next game on Monday. That's the objective. We're playing the qualifiers to qualify, and so that's the objective. It's not changed, and we'll continue pursuing that.
What will you say to the fans in Kumasi? What's the expectation from the FA?
They've always been super, and we expect them to be as great as they've always been, and we are hopeful that the stadium will be packed to the rafters on Monday, and we're also very confident that we'll give them something to be excited about and to cheer about, and at the end they will be able to get the much needed results to boost our chances as far as the qualification for the 2026 World Cup is concerned.
I akoma 87 points in NFL Makoma Sports. Any good so I did Makai say the Blasters of Ghana, boss Central African Republic, and you may the live commentary. Ebebramo. Your friend is Samir Champion, Saraf, Ewaha, the Don, Stivo, Richardo Soris Pepe, ye, and so I'm saying a little and the production team. Ewa Saraf, Mammy Mrow, so young game no man kasa, and you may game no basso. Yako win it 2-1, ewo away. Proud to say I win no, as a now man for confidence or more with team, never from say that win. I'm a Ghana for as a work up here, qualify Blasters. Omo Van Jobo, yes, a game. Yeah, saying.
Well, Central African Republic, coached by a very experienced Savoy. You cannot underestimate them. In the last 4 games, Omabo, Omo in Luzi. It's a team that is highly confident. A team, I see Geoffrey Kondogbia, Ejinemu. Kondogbia bought 6 matches for them. We're producing 3 goals. Okay. Just our average 1 goal in every 2 games. Geoffrey Kondogbia has played for Sevilla, has played for Monaco, has played for Atletico Madrid, has played for Inter, has played for top level clubs. Yeah. Yes, well, and currently plays for Marseille. So he plays as a DM and also as a CM. This is what they do. Say, Omo kwa attacker, he comes in to show up the attack. What we can do is say you bet me update. Me not sure so be our man analysis argument now. Obey or no. Emma, we need free midfield Honma. It weakens their midfield because he on a year a very strong ɛwɔ hɔ noma or carry their medal. So ultimately beating na almost shape as a son. You can wait me exploit their vulnerability. At the top level, they have this guy Mafuta. Mafuta has 9 goals in 8 matches. Honestly, a very good player. But I mean, the player and the value in 1 million euros here. But at least what produce. But they have been very careful with their friendly matches. Omabo Bhutan, Omabo Papua New Guinea. Matches Omobo Omoshi relatively low, but maybe I think and also. This season for
goes, yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Goal contribution,
I understand, but I believe that when it comes to top level world class quality, you was no. But I think that adi omo be what they are saying, the fact that you are building a team. Your team, you know, it's basically about individual quality. You need team against Mali. Na you say omo ebo bibi according to plan. Thankfully to. Chris Hilton, what team team ni kaka, what Jana Kama de Amai. But at least, Otu Asase, ye bibi kaka. I am not a fanatic of Otuado. Minyo be am here. But the last game of boy, you saw something: commitment, devotion, dedication. I did not players and lucky. Omujina game, I say, Omu Luzu and Famu. I say, nobody is ready to or sweat the amount just in an sweat or sweat. But in the last game, my boy, you will be said as a be working on the psyche or the psychology of the player. I catch from say, boys, talent alone ain't enough. Quality alone ain't enough. You need a bit of sacrifice, commitment. We ask Manu to be able to produce results. I am saying that. So we share not the quality of Mali team they possess here. And you being a Central African Republic, it possesses. But a Central African Republic is good enough, so more come Mali who pick a point from Mali, and that should tell you say to me underestimate it or more. And as much as I know, or more game when they will try as much as on be frustrated. Yeah, in tactics they call Mali no almost the be bad. Yes. Try as much as possible say be in Mali game. Yeah, you starting with 5 defenders. If you remember, you bought 3 3 central, you bought 3 at the center, and you bought 2 wing backs. I can't hold him. 2 wings Ali to say do bo. Now, Gideon Mensah so operative from the wing. So you could see 5 defenders in the user. Until my first half, now you to me quite any moon kobobo ni be almost possessive game in that game. We almost be cause the same approach. But mind you, a brown I just see a pushy pen almost so try so almost catching because now. Who tries to obey call for attacker, you also become a bit vulnerable at the back. Yeah. And almost the same approach. Paki at fans are frustrated, players are frustrated, and in your moment of frustration, they say, "Brand, no, my almost say, push, good," because the fans were there in their numbers, and typical African fans go ma. After all, ball no more do attempt no more theater on there, and I'm and see quite an away approach. I see that approach very well, and then again, almost our players say finish and not when opportunity they can utilize it. Until you are also a bit careful how I will set up say we quite pick goal. You know, Central African Republic will come with the 4-4. About 3 back. You remember with the 4-3-3 formation. 4-3-3 formation. I believe say very tactical. Na omo middle na ye Marshall by Geoffrey Kondombia no say yetimi ema omo disjointed omo ye disjointed kakra bia we can utilize again idea was here ye ma transitions na quick. Says how do you slow build up je ball no kudus so person ball as attacking midfielder ni interview no na oye playmaker on free role to play kudus nya ball back be come Mali player back running eba ni say all that kudus needed to do ni say kudus be ma ball na ko ni say kudus koya so ko say ma ball no so na ball ne da bonte sa ball na obon opening one discouraging one a playmaker is not expected to do that so the on creating the bia ya ko first striker be gina bom bia no ya useless ndi na ki call ya no kwa ko shego obejina yetina no why cost 90 because why na supply ball they no the all supply nya ball na
no
person okobo ball ne say nobody is giving you any decent ability the supply there inaki head the ball be say any Angola home about the say the last minute you could see when the supply the guy can pounce onto it. Semenyo, what I've realized is say, when you're a striker or a handful, when you're typical striker, but at least or you're difficult to deal with because our pace, our movement, our energy, our shooting, so any bad. But when you make him almost redundant, or be a man so on sa obey frustrated. And I'm hoping say you're attacking minded players. Say Kudus. Say Nyama. Say whoever Fatao. Ma omo ma the lead ye lines. Ma omo mani useless for game. Feed him. Sub. So Kobasi bia you are in a shooting range. Bia you are confident. Say what dear. Me try yeah. No why because when you initiate attack, now play a my ball so Chiana Bobo and say what you do. And say what destabilize all players. And I'm hoping say Kudus in that particular role no on selfish. Now obey distributing ball a releasing ball at the right time. Transitions and you're quick. We expect to say solid the ball now. Say pattern edge aye distribution a pattern ball in content.
Okay.
Who delay they recover. Who delay they recover their shape. They are able to put themselves together. And again, I think when say neutralize the war attack. So quick transitions, and I think that we can also utilize. We have very, very, very skillful players, nimble-footed players are born or nimble.
Yes.
Players from who pace because in the team, they are Jordan. You know, your team now. Your team near the joint and they say if Jordan plays from the right, now we ball from the left. What happens? That Jordan slow game down. Jordan just ball bia. Just what then they now Obama peg here can not foul until the most foul player in the Premiership. No, I just title near the amount who statistics after is or the yeah. Oh, we need freaks, but see, say yeah, Bob and near here gonna say we want to play a fast-paced game. Born you perceive a build-up.
Attacking-minded.
Yeah, build-up no content. Near Jibon, never all side. What happens? What slow? Be a game. So if we are using Nyama, and any other, whether it is Bukari, whether it is Shaku, any other player, you say, your strength, no. Your strength doesn't lie in. So what slow? You're born to say under Chris, you not the air you see you could see from. Born in Cobon, I mean, who's I have a muco see when so come but you perceive a build the you get about Obese almost a slow game down, and what happens? The opponent recovers. The shape no is now intact, and Obese strength to cry. What happens? This was sign. So back now I be starting another build up. These are things, but I realized that all toward the interviews, as I was studying your team, until you maybe our 100% we want to express ourselves on the ball. That is one thing. Now the players want to express themselves on the ball just because they are all skillful players. And then again, I realized that you try to say you be aggressive with our attack. The animal game, Oje ball now say omo try so omo be rush about so about the ball trying to recover the ball right from the so and also it's something that I have seen new to our game. And then I think that I have seen, and I think Otuado is working throughout their training session. Now me ko hear Chris Hilton training me boy me ko try back me die. Now we are baba me training session matter. But me Otuado now you see no. Man ko hear Madagascar training or Paju. What's it Madagascar? Na me be share. I think it was Madagascar. Na me be share me catch us say. You be break because me ko microphone ni adi bia number na microphone ya say masters hania ne kan so wo ye master I say asa ade no ye wie aka ne o man kiti bi na yeah she ye timi so nya ne o man kiti ye timi ne nye ntika say ukona omu ye tu na tu say microphone ni abro ba ko ne microphone no bese ye de ye ko so ni aboko na ba ku na Jordan aboko na ni ahese obi betimi amma agro na omu di wo no but go watching these guys train.
Are we serious now?
Oh no, I mean I said I have seen a change of attitude. And it could be something. and young ones are quite no person be fresh certain couple of players. Who said the young players it's easy to tell them Charlie run, do this, do that. But the other players need to do a certain level. Be I say
couples no.
I think another mass or person or build a squad that he can have absolute control over them to tell them your way, and that's fantastic. Oh no, the way are no more running, the way you could see a certain change of attitude, and that's why me attributed the change of attitude to they're all working on their psyche and their mentality. I have seen a mentality change. And it looks like somebody is working on their mentality, say. And then I've also seen a change of attitude from FA elements now. Bibi kakrebi no more take you on due credit, no more they casting insinuation. That's almost who Jai Sabin Hansi no. Until now, they seem to have told me so. And Komoko say Malino. Hey, Kakutia go for Kromo. Munamuka, some Potuado, Munamuka say Nanko must set it up. This part versus this part, but you realize that there's more of a now a national out. National people can also be organizing demonstration. Blast out by the Bassa Fimpo. Sanity, but the Becca and then a born the demonstrations. But you can see a certain common cause. If the pro cat elements now, no, my view say every success a national team chalks is an opportunity to. Cast insinuation. I say a opportunity say a boy kutia mo packet attempt anti ketain. No, Sanyo meaning what happens is that you continue to have perpetual enemies, and then they also ujai. And to ujaya now as I don't know focus na ko ball so. And now you hear ball now and you could see yenina which say things will go well for the national team. I'm hoping that you know men doubt it meaning say with the attitude that you game you know. It's a very good attitude.
About by microphone, my higher comma 87 points. None of them, and you and Yasam get at the Babayara Sports Stadium, a World Cup qualifier, the Blasters of Ghana versus Central African Republic. Ghana, this is an opportunity. Jerome Senate here, Matonto, Mark, yes, I've seen you. My home message is na say get ready, get prepared for him. Now walk up with you host him. So, say game no. Now me bisa Seraf say, look at how we approach the Mali game. As a not game no, Mali, they are going into the game near form no, and so until we were so cautious. This time. Having snatched that win from Mali, no, your confidence no was so. Technical team no, and then how do they calm nerves now? You say, oh, you say Mali, who is Central African Republic, and now we more there, or Munti straight away. Yeah, corner saying, Maminti, our game no, Blasters versus Central African Republic.
I was Yamidasi. First of all, may applaud the decision of Otuado in the first game. The Bulls' decision to keep Jordan on the bench and then the wingers and how utilize them in the game. I think it was spot on.
Once I'm keeping on the bench,
yes, Jordan deserves a place on the bench, and he can also panic. Unse the
player trying to know for bench be we need game was I heard he said the next game was I not trying to
say player yen nyina yen da and no abeye sa dia okay say to start him but player I trained for years. No. I was
yes sir.
The woman say and the only thing I'm expecting different from the first game then they say Ali Dusedu and then Tariq. I was about Kotranche.
Why?
Because Star no person they were more born in the first half name Koyi. Baron say Tariq Nenya more control on the right side and he who say ranks na positive. But it looks as if Sir Brantiano or putting the injury situations behind now ultimately to the chia obey a quality player. And one positive thing that I love so much about this current group I war as Blasters and they say say player be a fan one born of ball and I when you're in Ghana or show that attitude that you shape before. Okay, the typical attitude of Kevin Prince Boateng.
Yes.
You will be what Tariq Semenyon show Inaki Williams on show the attitude. Because Kevin Becker say Okobo Eswatini uncle. But this is Mali. and yenya boys we nyina ekọ nti I feel say the environment baby okay. Then in the game Ghana say no your strength na nkasa no your wingers into your abundance in terms of the talents. And Otuado no send us a rough kind. Me know bia because me disciple of Otuado. We had the right opportunity to prove to Ghanaians, say indeed, given the chance, on also what it is. So be Germany. And in the first league, and Yoma Koye man. In the first league, Nankasa, after the first 15-20 minutes, I feel say na Ghana had the better side. After Atizigi that saves, saves from there no na yetimi creating your chances no but na sene be ball ato atrem no a problem. Se say no here win sene be ya obe calm nerves kakra. Me pese game wey game on fam build it on the oye in the first league no. Now Ghana and starts any threatening because but for Central African Republic no more boy na yako as many as 8 games a Ghana team should go in the first half. Okay, that record no.
Yeah.
And we went into this game yes I conceded in the first half. So yen how I balancing no. It was a late show for the Blasters. Yen started at home. And I feel say yenya the perfect start to this game. About one of the games this is the game me expect goals from the Blaster. At least 3 goals should be okay for me.
Wow.
Looking at the quality I own. Semenyona chrese go ni shene di emso kwabna yaro kuraba yade ya chen in terms of the national team colors. But ne all round play no for the team no he's well involved in the game. You keep in the game.
I said no individual. I'm ranting bemu near when
I know my complaining a park and I'm say pitch no can no muntimi more or more born or more born.
Or bemu near when you
oh one day me checking on. Me checking the pass and what no say players or more dinner or then honam beji or then ready beji dey me support him. Anya hwe kura no wasa kura no ubonso or the koko no beji ato be mention to omo dey anam pe omo say into obey mainstay. Me share ne Niama I would want to see more of him. And then time Fatao Abdul Shaf your friend there Isaku ebebem because one thing about footballers so bear more closely when they are doing well and almost some level of confidence and they feel say all the time they can do it. And when you have a very fantastic season with Leicester City, at some point early part in the second half I would want to see him if anyone starts here because sir you saw the press na or initiative our game eboa Ghana so Barosha Central African Republic abusia no kwasem ne say we team an kan no was the man new advice team bi omo hye yankonko a omo first come be bom be 8 but no kwasem ne say Central African Republic omo team hye omo ye Bhutan Papua New Guinea ne Grenada ne omo na nka omo level no omo but e modern ba fam say team keja enti se wodi agro be diu na dia me pene say the bluff of omo coach no Raul Savoy ono na me pese ye kire ne say enioma ne hwihwan ye enti ye man the beating of the coaching career because ohwe mu in the 3 games of Mabono abusia they've considered 5 goals a indication say omo nye discipline in terms of their defensive setup and pay up a good strategy ubetimi enyomo ahete omo. So that is where I'm looking at. The central defensive pair no they are no a suspect kakra no Salisu. But for a yine there Jikuno on the first now has for defender Mohamed Kokobiza no ne skin light skin player be I don't know if I'm getting the name right. No a central defender. 87.9. I'm saying Akwana no fasini. Kwa we no Sunday special defend them pa no obon. Foot throw defend them pa and he's solid. That's a solid. Hey. Yeah. I hear the understatement. Oh yeah, papa. That is what we are expecting. And then Gideon Mensah is still a suspect at the left back position. there are two ways of tackling the issue. Either say over add up at the man or because if you go na concede na on the laps and a man Ghana concede and it has always been the case. Even at the World Cup, you know, clamor for the appearance in the game. There be a oba a hono a leaky kakra. So it me a find a way see a best shut that shop no oh. Now you hear how a bit more converted the chances that you benya. Obviously, not because of the previous game ninti and you can win ninti ni ekasa. But certain signs were positive. I'm not looking at the results. Okay. We had positive signs because in the last competitive games I had, which was the AFCON, now it's a progressive passes in your creation of chances and then idea a minimal. It is a Ghana based individual brilliance. But in the last game, now boys need to make creative openings beer. Yen to me uncapitalize and share. So, me who a difference. Otuado buy no on sisa nyoma P say all of a sudden and nyoma aye okay with Ghana. But there are positives won the game and in the coaching. One is the way you create opportunities and the defensive shape. I feel say a positive. And the end game in the Abusia Osha tables no other standings na. The big boys on the continent of Africa, but for Algeria and then Nigeria, nay. All the big boys, you and to Cameroon, Omunya issues with their coach. Omubufu ya no moka 9 at the Maobi. You their Ivory Coast so yeah. Into big boys Nigeria, any Egypt, Omunya 9 Obi a points na go. Tienko next year when you 2 wins be no there. Afraid you come ayada. That is the approach I'm person. And Ghana boys, you know, Eddie Big Room say we are going for the 9 points. Oh, and a party. And the boys them say, guess be baby shibi. Yes. And then the conference of woman come. No mun you mo na guess the match mo dia mo ye. You see the boys here for one quiet. Oh, nyame adom cry be kwan san o maba. Ne bia mu no age ahoho because celebrations are for near everybody. But I was wo winning. Yentimi me for group ni man. The Dons to vote. Comoros, Chad, Central African Republic, Mali. Na black mo o se Ghana and qualify. And then na bibia FIFA no promote ne World Cup now. What the certain names na ye. Na nti FIFA betra as Madagascar ba World Cup. Dey no Ghana maybe. As a Trinidad and Tobago ba World Cup 2006. Obe hadwene kwa nye bibia no obe yo. Advert bibia no. So it's a game me who positive in the last game. Let's build on the positive. Na me feel say Ghana beat match 3-0 our match win. So Mesamba so bio. So we are live on Akoma 87 for NFM. Inaki scored against Madagascar. Kwame Adakwa, formerly of Ultimate Radio. Kwame, UK UT show the Mojame Asia. Good afternoon, Mr. Panyi and your crew. Today you are on fire. I can see you are happy. The Black Stars are going to win for us, but it wouldn't be an easy match. 2-0 for the Black Stars of Ghana. Abro Emmanuel and also anyway Abba Atakaka. Let's say Ghana 4, Central African Republic 0. More fire, seniors. Keep doing the good, fantastic job. Okay, Nanadu and Sudia Enies, right? We are still on it. The Black Stars of Ghana. I keep asking. How do we approach this game? How do we go about it?
Medasi, at your phone joining your page na so. Akuma 87.9 FM. Black Stars anopai omo eteki stroke akra. And a branch be friend sometimes. Yana England for some bobo omo pie ko na Portugal na so yana players na share them cha. Normally they go out, they want to walk. Nti share omo normal slippers no mo na mabonte kakra. No se no bi nan ko bobo ma. Na ye nde. Ko ball na bia na you striker. Striker when he done so na nan akwati kokunu na fe yesi wontime mo. Abrochi so do so pra kakra bia yesi 2 months. Hana upra yanka how dey 2 months 3 months. I don't know. But still more. I know I'm winning tickets no. Say ubetime hia wo Unity Oil Dr. Che filling station no. And I say 0243 574149 0243 57 41-49 uwini bia ɛno ansɛ wotwa YD card bia odin wɔ so bia din na wobɔ maayɛ no wɔ so no na wode aba na masɛnde ticket no ɛde ama abusapanyi
yes sir
nokwasɛm ne sɛ ɛna no game no Black Stars results no munyaeɛ no they themselves a surprise you. Now it is the reason why Black Stars for no omo relaxed. Mean kind of last time a Black Stars ever boa atmosphere near relaxed is a way that uko training wa and you see the first rank omo na omo ho e tira yam say team ekoya team bien we ekoya problem Madrid problem is because results in the back. Yeah. So results in Koya and Kabuz and Kofokas high and other good boy and Angelotti man started and no money mobo nibi and a bono crano he with me a boss of money sa team Koya and issues in a pejaba. When the team is going well, they be anywhere back and my shop blasters if it's on by omu training and omu training I was there. Now relaxed atmosphere because that win over Mali. In the last 4-5 years, not last time to me, big team of Africa. See, Obi a big Africa in JB. Ghana book game be any Algeria and Eba Nusia Beshay, Yanni Morocco Beshay, Yabo Ivory Coast Beshay, Nigeria and on board Romy, Yan Shawmo. San Nigeria for Team Macase, also established a commission of inquiry. No more free place 1-on-1. Since I can say Benin, you 2-1. Benin, as a Nigeria 2-1.
Nigeria team, no internal wranglings.
They need to
resolve it.
A free commission. What up no man qualify over Ghana? Na say president recent commission say omo investigate the job man qualify.
Omo Okaya Argentina team no the call World Cup in 2010. Maradona. Omo face the same problem. And they say omo need players. And I mean person make as a coaches in the Sunyadi.
Yes.
But they are struggling to know the best fit for each system and each tactics. Let me see. And yet Ubetibenya generation be a golden generation. From goalkeeper cost strike, and then in every position Ubetibenya players 3 at least 3 players and now 2 ubia there on the club side or
Bobo put them together.
And that assembly no. Indeed, that problem na Argentina FAC in 2010. The same thing no at Nigeria so FAC. Osha Argentina team in CC na the Omodeji Copa America any World Cup. Total difference. 87.9 quality need that so hono. Montiel, they are no about obo 2. Why in Montiel? Montiel I think so about Sevilla yesterday. Omo nshada ebi mu omo nshada anye high profile. Ebi aye ni mo but quality need to say last but ultimately a commitment no e wo hono. And a pattern no hono. Obi to me e born who kama. And I think that Nigeria also to me because also number 9 Osimhen, Boniface, Kelechi Iheanacho, Akwaya with Janity. Omo about 5 e hono mo nko Mali lead your by 2 goals to 1 as we speak. No question say Black Stars no they surprised themselves before the game. Black Stars for him say ball no mo ko ball e den de mo pa. Before the game, you approach and just a draw. I clear from coach, the lineup, the system. Say game on your draw or pepper
yeah.
But so we know I a lot of good at the amount of Black Stars. And going forward, it is going to be a bit propel you to continuously improve results on the Ghana for. Now say na nyewa buzabenyi. Now Black Stars, Madagascar. Yeah, Bressa last minute na Ghana Central African Republic. Obe Bressa Central African Republic 2-1. AFCON qualifies. Ghana ne Angola. Yeah, Bressa ne Asha 1. Games are making in Kumasi and games in Baba packed to capacity. Near Brepa. AFCON crowd. The last time Ghana winning a game at the AFCON 2019. The last time we won a game at the AFCON 2019. And na nyomanya but that win ye konya over Mali no ebe boanti boys no efa omana ntenante kakra day unze game no time no osori no pa na bebo game seven mu pa o zobani and they need to engage themselves with something and they had to go out. Then the vice president of the republic a visiting mmeranteɛ no akɔma ɔmo 50,000 Ghana cedis nim deɛ ɔmo de yɛ Black Stars ɔmo ntɔ hwee
ɛno no ɛfiri he monkyɛ mu kakra ɛfiri His Excellency Bottom anaa ɛyɛ ɔman ne sika
ɛyɛ ɔman ne sika ɔnyɛ ɔman ne sika o he is the vice president ɛna ɔ budget nti ɔkɔ no sɛ ɔde sika ama ɔmo a ɛyɛ man ne sika naa na ɔyi so which is normal so ɔmo donate nneɛma bɛda biara eti vice president no akɔ donate 50,000 Ghana cedis ɔno no sɛ vice president ɔnɔ aburo ɔnyɛ kokofu ɔyɛ Ghana vice president and the budget is allocated to the office of the vice president. I think that's not what most important thing. Vice president akɔ donate sika His Excellency Nanado obi jili ga no man 1 million Ghana cedis na ɛwan sika eti Nanado no Ghana sika no budget na yɛ de ama no sa fee sika fa bɔ bra o presidency wɔ no so oyi bi de yɛ ade abusapanyi sɛnti na Ghana for to ama na bi de normal eti His Excellency ɛkɔ
hɔ sika wɔ so mo mfanye dey
oh yeah na
as part of our bonuses and now say
there be any bonus say bonus dey bonus dey so mo jom bonus any bonus ya dey am team no confess ni pa fese o cha dey ndie players o camp ba bia okra unya opportunity wura ye nyina yokro a se ne so mienu aye to ba ye se ye ba ye brem so mienu ne dey si wo na no so mo ko bedini no o mo ko Mali no o kai se ambassador no no ni o ne deputy ne koy o di nsuo ne nyoma no Simon mo a plaque bi no the envelope account I mean a part of your tradition but untimi go sra obi da o course anu asa bese ne course anya ne sa eti that is it and that was a visit no so call ko share mun kran e ma mran no so take opportunity Thomas Partey ka chen say ye be sre pa say
campaign message you
here better pitches abo so nti Thomas Partey e ka che vice president say here pitch better na o motimi abo so ye sa asem ye bo match we am so me wase bia me Black Stars for nko bia me no mbedi afa sa pitch na sem to mo se vice president no at least you mu better pitches a mo betimi abo better na no obi hu the standard of the pitch e ko bo no so e o Mali no na nkofa dwe mo say artificial natural grass natural grass and ye gina so a na da so sa no o pe ba bi Africa wia wo pa Burkina, Mali, Gambia, those areas. Abusia awia bo pa ba grass no na efeye pa. Ene baba yara na green pa. Ura wa bo se yenso ye wo green pitch e wo Ghana. Now players no akoye sa normal walking na ade no abusia o mawie. Ubusa sa approach ba ni emfa nko game we mu. Based on the training na ma hwe no. Approach na ode be wura game no no. Coach ne be ko say obo game a obo more attacking players or more defensive players and the game no enye defensive asem yes we will not abandon the defensive duties but o shise team na gina wa na no yeshise 5 defenders Tariq Lamte, Alidu Seidu, Jiku, Salisu and Gideon Mensah 5 Obi onimbo mu bia hu say the 5 defenders are starting game. You can't tell that person say your intent is like attacking football. Now attacking football is how attack is all. Until we went into that game very cautious with 5 defenders. I was opinion the coach never started with 4 defenders. And then Black Stars for no. Steve O say who say Black Stars be shebibri. Yes. Say game no fapa Ghana level na me ya recent games Libya. 3-4 goals will be scored at the Baba Sports Stadium today because coach and the boys not practice shooting or not practice cutting base wingers no you run with the ball na offensive midfielder in Kudus and the strikers never cut the ball back and somebody will score. It is something they've done throughout the week. We are expecting that or we'll put it into action and the goals will flow. And when we play the 4 defenders, I'm about Medina. I'm playing 2 central midfielders in Captain Thomas Partey and Salis. Now, as a Salis, I'm pressing Kofobi, but then he will still play today. Now, Kudus, I will play at number 10. I agree with Seraph. Kudus, when you are the number 10, when our creativity rests on your shoulders, but then person we use a house of coach in a brofono, or say our destiny is in our own leg. Kudus, when the destiny of the team, our creativity rests on our leg now. You cannot be selfish. You would have to also release the balls, no. Now say Ghana, ya render your number 9 for useless. If it's Samojan, I retire from Black Stars. Me a shows over Black Stars number 9. Onchero pa. Ube too many catches will be our park, but bia number of touches I'll be per game, no. And 10. Reason is yɛn offensive midfielders nyinaa pɛ sɛ ɔmo hyɛ goal reason is sɛ yɛ critic midfielders no ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo hyɛ goal ɛne yɛ wingers no nso pɛ sɛ ɔmo hyɛ goal ɛbɛdane saa na ama striker na yɛ isolated ɛwɔ anim hɔ. We expect Kudus as a number 10 to pass in between the channels, identify the lanes, baby defenders neja kwan, you pass the ball there, it as a wingers never running onto the ball. And as a striker no, Obama incisive passer, striker the ball by obviously as a number 10, balls will be falling to you, the second balls will come to you. If you do striker cry more, striker knows feed you more with the balls. So when you want to score, some of the chances will fall to you. But I dreaming now say wingers and person much offensive difference person much near isolated striker neighbor you know not gonna for I dream almost striker and anyadi. Now says your ball and transfer from the wings are and go for one multiple because of what be. Now no coach anymore as a central figure. Sabo be on what JR or dummy bako. A caliber born a fast row, and then the other one running about Japon anymore. And not putting the notable name between your boss because now you're feeding the boss. And that was a
yes, sir.
Because on started 5 defenders in Tino. You been additional winger it will give them.
As you said in the intro.
Now, so additional winger now.
Why?
That's the big question. Say, why not ever bought as the additional winger? And now, are you every bench ever say go?
Yes.
Are you no back Ghana? I born as a winger. Even though naturally one started football as a winger,
yes.
But Obabi Oba as a winger. T Jordan, are you one of the names? And now Fatau Isaku, few minutes no boy or influencing game. Sure. On the mass pass now you and they go.
Sure.
He's also an option on the bench.
Wow.
Ghana for P and Brandon Thomas Asante ye nimuno ye no. But he's a player a bass up so this speed a ball wings wa onimbo. A bass omo ball nankasa say footworker onimiye. And about intelligence of Japan this season for West Bromwich Albion in the championship he scored 12 goals.
Wow.
But on your central striker or striker from in jail. And some particular position back on Akano. Why ana embo oh share our Facebook page no so a wadwen che welcome say we coach no and as Yama Eshegu he is keeping his position and Transamanyo will lead the lines he is keeping his position because yes sacrifice Alidu Seidu young kobo defenders bebre ntino Tarek started as number 2 into Alidu Seidu and started game no and Chebamianya additional winger sa additional winger no 3 players here mabodi Jordan Fatau Isaku Brandon Thomas Asante. Why and a war over starting the coach I make a decision every Mbabe communicate the amount.
Wow.
But interestingly, say a war a player playing our starting was our position. It is one of the interesting topics in terms of the approach. I the coach game now say everybody saying we will go with attacking intent.
Okay.
We will go and the confidence for us to attack is there because Yakwasha Mali Obamako.
My fear is when the Malians decided to attack.
Yeah.
And score at all costs.
Yeah,
we caught them at the back. How careful should we be?
We are not going to abandon our back and say we are going to score. That was a huge.
But said the
no.
You have to attack.
Only Man City, Bobo attack, and just still be defended. So we have Jiku, who is the commander at the back.
Okay.
Salisu Peno. One right-footed centre back, one left-footed centre back. You have the balance you need. Tariq Ebelidi a lot of your attacks no on the right side no. Gideon Mensah yes ye ko edimu on shada nyaade bebrebe sa enti Gideon ebenya more defensive role.
Yeah.
But and say ye defend but at intent say now ye pack 5 no say ne pese contain game no akire we young contain game ye mom they must contain us. Am say bibi na ye bibi na ke Central African Republic bobo ne decide say started 2 center backs pay am for bia kran kan wa say nkenye
we see etime boss ehye
bibi na ye bibi ntia brother ne ya mre ye plus no commitment level na nye afa no machance o mache akire ba ko nti ye ntimi ka say o mo commitment na ba but o mache ba ko pe enti we are going into a game we are expected to win game ni akobon Ghana na eso che obia ni wa expect say game ni akobon Ghana ni ana blaster players say o mutim say game ni akobon ye ni abodro Ghana for be hwiri dabi
no
And we are expected to win this game. Sure. And when you are expected to win, and also tweak your strategy, in a way, which is our team, in a system that will allow you to attack your opponent and attack them very well.
Yeah.
And yeah, ball 4-3-3. 4-3-3, very flexible. Say pressure by Subia, Thomas Partey and Salis, about drop it deep to help the defense. In fact, see a statistic here attack now. Who say the two left two fullbacks left and right in a compare. One of Partey and Salis, but come drop it. Yes, your central defenders.
Yeah.
So system no person will be a table be pa. Nano ko use am say Real Madrid coach Ancelotti your ball Toni Kroos as a centre back and also born as a midfielder because Madrid for nya ball I no must spread na Flamengo ewuram na Dani Carvajal ewuram na two centre backs no o must spread na Toni Kroos abeka no aje ball no on na first balls
no dey move back
the same team need defender you don't expect Toni Kroos and who dey go defend Vavadi mo be free anymore to recover be defend no so asa tia banachi game here no anytime there is pressure on the Ghanaians ubon say two centre backs never boa two central midfielders never boa centre backs but we no free na say yeah attacking so anytime Ghana is attacking one of the centre backs and one of the central midfielders and two recover baby he will try and protect the two holding the two defenders no we centre backs now left and right wingers minimum up and 50 so that we double up in the middle we keep the numbers there say you lose ball number our ability to win the ball our middle no ebe cross at their chain the opponent it's no I idea bakwa and now go game now you see that in the game today Blasters of Ghana ready Baba ready every other thing is moving on Cobra Oba you be na game na nkasa predictions but nobody should underrate our opponent
Central African Republic.
That boy, is it Venestos Meba? Omo, attack bia. Last time I want to say winning go ibomo. Why assist? Omo last game no. Now, Babula, Venestos Babula. Yeah. If you are not careful, now say the okay, we judge you be there. They can punish you. The most popular player, Visa Central African Republic by Jeffrey Kondobia. Jeffrey Kondobia one chance here as Central African Republic player. About French under 15, 16, 17, 18, under 20 World Cups. Obekaya. Oni Popoba.
Yeah.
Sa World Cup ni ana mekai bia na makai Clifford Abuaje na obuza Clifford Abuaje we.
Where you see.
O mine no wa en develop talent. Be go develop ba. Ye ti udin ni ya be fa. Clifford Abuaje. On that podium, the commentators mo kai be sin that so ring you mitrim. It's Jeffrey Kondobia started with the French team. Ekoji na 20 World Cup. We bought top teams. Valencia, we bought Sevilla, we bought Inter Milan, we bought top teams. And our branch, we bought national team, Edema, France. 3 years of Manfred, we bought Edema Central African Republic. When you have those players, you cannot disrespect them and think that, okay, we are Ghana, so let's go.
Let's go.
We would have to be very compact in the middle. But then, attacking wise, the Black Stars will be moving forward. And the goals no ebusia ebe flow e game
pe Suarez me kwaba mesa ba so here we go Black Stars. The show is loud and clear inside mental phones and accessories inside KTR. More updates on Black Stars. Let's go Ghana, CJ. And on the way, okay, or see we are doing the listening from Offensive Kaira. We thank God for making it possible for this great show with intellectuals, with every 7. Atachum and also anyway we watching from Wolverhampton UK GH3 Emmanuel Oneji also the Abani was Ghana will win by 2-0 Yadom Udine then okay and also anyway Mami Komra or say good afternoon, my brothers. I'm watching you live from Burkina Faso. Okay, Burkina Faso. And also what the message we if yes, the messages are here. Remember, we have a kind of the amamo. Yeah. And you may Ghana young Kone saying, and it does no. Ewo ho say Ghana ye may need that will be say as a young could look down upon Central African Republic and now Janko sa
MZ Nina Suarez if we go on menene ya dream bebre na wa unya kwan share Black Stars training bia no timi who say approach how they call Mali game no on you say the same thing and then it makes sense because away or call away Mali see yen kan no Black Stars we top 10 teams with Coca-Cola rankings but we the very best team best team in Africa airline ye AFCON boy in general the last year 2 years mame any team be a wofi ususu say Senegal
yes because their boys are performing Morocco Egypt
yes. Any of these teams that were born in ano say omumu bia eko Mali Bamako na omo timi ko she Malia omo ni beji papa inti enye say bia hono mu na omo ko ye na omo kwenya win say so omo ni agia so yete o mase say na me ka say any of the teams are boy ya you say omo the very best in Africa no so mumu bia ko Mali na ko she omo ni beji because Mali one of the very best ayewo Krumasi o share omo in the AFCON now they were very very good what I say omo one of the teams I will share omo na ho nya din and I say players no omo ball soft balls very enti e call winner kunya no one I think say a huge boost Emma boys senior Suarez kind oko camp on ma obi are relaxed in Ijaba camp win football there the yani win ba e twitwa dwendwen so no kasa bi aso short enti win na boys na no e Mali ne ebe ama omo ni agipa now approach our kai Suarez aka say Ralph so aka I think say you be caught in this game with a mindset of winning the game and also giving Ghanaians a very good football. Kumasi na wabano. Kumasi et say Anfield. Et say Santiago Bernabeu. Enye ne fe, enye ne kesi. Ba me ka say team bia ko Anfield ana say Santiago Bernabeu. Ehu a wonya no. Say wo ba hanso a wo benya bi. Because o share records are enye crown yenim say ye kotoko ya atiti ase ikrapo no time ano ho gina omo na so o ye hwan na wo ba ho beji enti no omo ba ha say Central African Republic for no omo ehye omo trim omo ni mebi omo abahada the same coach basically the same place any buy so we kaya after ye ni omo ball last year eno na ya AFCON qualified coach ni ka say Ghana anya ade Ghana na onu ni nim no enye sei no mbobo na se ya na ye bebo a ene AFCON ye be frim ntem ampa enti we e coach a
so wa mo ye biade
wa enye duabo enu asa ye bisa no enye duabo wo betimi aka se o brage ena o ye tu na Ghana na nyoma se ntia na nka we mu de obeden abeka sa se mu ubetimi asem no kra o mpese obeji atum ntia ye nya ade o ena me kan top 10 rankings ye nim bio top 10 obi a first ye ni third second anase anya ade kra no de top 5 ye wumbi sisi ye nim chese ye nya ade sisi ye de se wo a wugidie eyira o team ni mu bia no mesre fabra anase twene kakra bra because players are one nyame enim no krani hwe we injured players on went me amba team no ma you are very tough team midfield one nom na ye ka se you e bia kudus enche dan ye proper 10 ko feature e wo fie we proud ashime wo fie your squad o say in the next 4 years yetimi e keep the same place na say Ubia and they perform Ubia in a very good football in terms of career club footballer. I assure you say the next fans all the Morocco after Morocco and I say the Morocco crack and met me I say Morocco quite yɛbɛtumi ayɛ adeɛ na sɛ yɛde their next cry ɛbɛka ho yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ yɛbɛbɔ yɛ ho mmɔden nti wa wo gyidi ayɛ biara no twebra nkakra ɛde mede mɛmpɛgyam yɛne nkakra bra na anwummere ɛnyina wontɔ ticket a kɔbaba kɔ online *711 na bɔ code na tɔ ticket na bra na yɛn support Ghana ɛyɛ dɛn a yɛ team a yɛwɔ ano no yɛdi a yɛwɔ ano no enti no me anwummere de me wɔ confidence sɛ yɛbɛtumi ɛwini match no wohwɛ training no mo yɛ ya obviously onkobɔ 5 back said your call no Mali wakɔ away wobɛkɔ akɔ defend it and oye the same thing perfectly right in your result the subs no were on point this time around I'm pretty sure say obebo more attacking football the Otto Ado in him no or a coach or person onya dominance in play onya more of the ball and also starts attack from the back. Fortunately for us, Jiku and Salisu players are born or munimbo.
Yeah.
Yen kind of crowd Jiku esuma pass reach your bar things in Cranshewu.
Yeah.
Into your Tariq Lamptey also. Thomas Partey yenim Thomas Partey dada. Say kase boys ni kase ye bomb omo boboa ye benya results. And with the coming back of Otto Adono, one my boys not here say won't soon change Ghana Black Stars. Won't soon change players or no any omo boy years back. And I feel say was why instilling the confidence and then the disciplined side ewo boys anymore. Into what the Mali DNA for example Utimo say changes about team anymore or mobile. Maybe to me mechanic be say wo GDA area wo team na wo do bi every team ni mu kakran chebra me wo GDA say team we ya hyehyɛ say nyoma koyi a ye benya Ghana na ye pe ana say Ghana be koyi and America no e be koyi me wo GDA say ye betimi awi ni match we na ya top group na enwumre kai hu say ye bo enawi a yem bo call it World Cup qualifiers be till next year September on be back na ye bo AFCON. Enti no me sure say boys na munim sa nyoma we nyina obepese obewini obeda first
that top ones and
na we ji wadwen ye koban so affections no so I think say favor ye Chad beba ha Chad I think say bebo no on the bounce ye ko ho no ma na ma ba na say mo ba na ya ko ho no Mali beba ha say enti no sa Comoros ye bebo Madagascar e be favor ye top PCC say na ye kan no big boys ni nyina obi ayi nanimo bia 9 na Ivory Coast o ko nanim na afi na obetwentwen so into Ghana ye babak me hwimo gidi o team we mu dia me
prediction to us mama game na ekosen
me predict 2-0 win for Ghana.
Yeah, I predict 2-0 win for Ghana. Ghana will win today. Kudus will score Joe Wadada Edu FTUC. My tonto o message na menkai. Yes, o message no menkai na World Cup no they get ready. We are coming Akoma Sports papa watching live in Libya Tripoli. I'm Tommy Sparta. More updates. Okay, you so I Debra Morsi Ghana all the way. The show is loud inside mental phones. Okay, CJ, yada sipi. Saraf, yaditin komo, yevre analysis ni na aba. Game no boame. Enyumre yi. Kwa say ena game no. Ebeko.
Ghana be win it. One, yeah.
Sir, be saying.
Me are very confident of a Ghana victory. So that's about how the victory will come. I don't know.
Master, you have to know.
Yeah, the
minimum say. Me
share Benin Nigeria there no. Nigeria bobo ni nyina. So. Kenneth Raw now a former coach for Nigeria. No wakofa Benin. And Odi Benin Nigeria. Nigeria is playing everything but go nimba. Games ni be high to me yes sir. You play Obabobi biya but still na at the end in favor. I have said that South Central African Republic any omu coach Savoy. It's same be obeki candidate yes, I mean no credit. say ana born ye born Afcon ye nko baby am pass so na say na say born na ye born hand ye nko I mean clearly na intimi ndro baby. But I think that there must be Utwado ball first game no ball or ni friendlies no ko boy oni Oluzi 2-0 to Nigeria. And Obebo Uganda 1-1.
Yeah, draw.
And wabe win. From defeat, draw, win. So if the trajectory and now said they all connect, they can't someone actually say or improving kakra. So albeit the way Mali win the year difficult, me expect to say we know any difficult. So from a defeat, no record draw. Now about a very difficult win. Relatively, on my win way, my any too difficult. A two, not less than a 2-0 win for Ghana.
Saraf, Yamsilo, Jimmy, about years. Whoa, Mammy also watching live from Kumasi Central Mosque. More fire, Benjamin Mufa, and all the way. Abba, where you or say Ghana will win by. Or say Ghana will score 4 goals from Taribo, Tanoso, and all the way. Free about it's my prayer that the Stars will sign tonight. Lawrence Boache aka Bouquet and on so the way Abba what is he saying or say more blessings to you Pepe and the team. David Okwampa, hey Davido my boss Dave Mo Nyamisha pa that's David Okwampa yes Simon, game no basso, and you may yadin come more. BBA you do be a yadi. What's he saying? Game no cousin.
I would say, for the sake of the Kumasi support, you know, and the Stars are also at their brilliant best. They should give us good football. Kumasi people, they deserve good football. Coach Naka said. A place where there be no person Obaha. Why? Because anytime Obaha absolute support at the man, the Blasters of Ghana, and it has been so since Ghana's maiden World Cup. Kumasi always in the issue support. In TNA, I want to see the Kudus of West Ham.
Okay.
I want to see the Fatal of Leicester City. These are the areas are measure say players no a bit me take up that responsibility no yen hu say seven hu e wo game no yen hu pata say indeed obema a performance worthy of the armband adane de na oye
ni
adane de na oye de shibobo captain ball no ko boy na shibobo enye habiba de ni bi no boy na na won party ball no on chiche o yen hu say armband bibi wo the ball no game no enye different na you say be impose yourself on enkofuno yen chiro mo say this is our home and see be qualifier home performance no so ayade ye key and na Benin or the game na ko Ivory Coast watching Nigeria emu aye den e de ama alatafo no nti yempet kotie ma men so se maka cho say tuma bi awie tie ma se mi bi koma akɔhye kukuo akɔche ska na omo initially omo yo margin so omo ma o baba akudi mia ba akona no aba chale untie ma se mi on de akudi ame etiem yem peti ma se mi bibia tiem ko all out na yenko ne yenko hye
ebeko san
me se tre na me de ko me de tre na eko nti en de ma expecting the Blasters so me hye
no e was so mame ko Jovim was watching you live from Ashaman Atadeka. You guys are doing a great job today. Ghana will win by 2-0. Nanaba Kwesi Obrempon bless and all the way. But I like your outfit this evening. Pepe Suarez. Ghana will win by 3-0. Jordan will score again. Okay, sir. And Akufewa. And so the Abba was it? This is James watching you live from Brofuyedu. James Sayford. Hey James, before the Mekwanswa Lulu, Sebo Admasa. Okay, Yebishia. Why? More fire, Richardo Pepe Suarez. Inoko Usupuku, the Enye Pepe. Mekudus understand he's a team player and should act as one on the pitch. Enoch Ousupoku and also Edway Abba. Twice, me bow listening to you live from Adum Ventures. Adum near Ejaba, Reverend Omono Pukwajima. Papa, Yaminsha na onyo kese pa. Nebehi and Frank Odro Edway Efree Abba was good work. Boss, you go so you did medin yes. Before I call Jovino.
Mame enye sabede, but Ghana will score 3 or 4.
Be specific. So Ghana will win by.
I'm only predicting. I'm not being specific. Me who be
which me
who no be. We dey Ghana. Senkofoni shebia Ghana be 4. Man shebia Ghana be 3. Yes, a 3-goal margin.
It's a bit 3-0 win.
And 4-1. That's it be a 4-1 and 3-1. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. And the birthday of manager at Jasper's Pharmacy, wow. Mr. Emmanuel Kenneth Edu Mensa. Emmanuel Kenneth Edu Mensa. Dodona Efreno Bibi or your manager Jasper's Pharmacy. Na ima eti anase Bibi eti Bofood. Inti ba na djuma abusia on fa na djuma eni agrokra. Eti happy birthday to you. Bibi anase Emmanuel Kenneth Edu Mensa, manager at my Jasper's Pharmacy. Open Yamin Shaw. Na on behalf of Jasper's Pharmacy staff in Eunice. So for mami ya Nana Kwame and afi Robert Tebi almost yan wish you happy birthday. Yamin Shaw no nyo kese. China sama me the other one na we so a special birthday Bibi yeah Jasper's Pharmacy manager Emmanuel Kenneth Edu Mensa manager ese yan wish Presla Abeka happy birthday.
Okay.
Na Presla or tema yeah student senior pharmacy okay UST very very brilliant. Mame Mfantu just opinion din edi Bibi ese ababa on din edi Presla ne san se wa ben wo sua di no ma di nti on fani ni agrokra eti Prisi Abeka brilliant student okay UST happy birthday to you. Today is your day, enjoy the day to the mass.
Okay, thank you very much. Pepe Suarez and what's in Kano ma yenwam me ko Jovi sabo akwaba so for America media what about from Mexico you very well Canada ya tiato via di ebalo